Hi, I'm Rachel Porter. In this Awaken Learning video, we are going to talk about redefining a classic research project and turning it into something far more authentic, getting to the top of the Sammer ladder and the top of Bloom's taxonomy. So here we have a Google Doc that is basically a country report. You know, the classic, every kid gets assigned a country to research, they research it, and they have to include certain criteria, and they write it up into a report. Okay, so let's redefine this. First of all, let's start by using it in Google and making it a collaborative project as opposed to an individual project. So I can come in here and I can say that I want Ben, Jill, and Anna to be the group members on this particular project. And then I can go into my share settings and I can share it with those individuals. And of course I'd want to give them editing rights so that they can all contribute to the collection of this particular research. So I share that with them. And then I can come in here and tell them to use the Google Research tool. So now we're doing a second thing. First, we're making it collaborative. Second, we are making the research process far more efficient. And we're working on things like digital citizenship and copyright usage and citing our sources. So I'm going to go to Tools and I'm going to go to Research, and I have all these great options over here. So I'm going to look for Poland. Let's say that our country that we've been assigned is Poland, and we're going to do some research over here on Poland. And so I start finding the information I need, and I know I need things like language and population. So I'm going to start looking down through my sources and look for something. Okay, here's one. Again, you can talk to students about finding good sources. So this is from the CIA.gov, probably a good source, the World Fact Book. So I can preview it too and, you know, take a look at what it looks like and see if it looks like a good source. If I think I want to check it out, I can just open this up and I can go to whatever particular area that I think might have information that I need. And right here's my population, so that might be helpful. So I'm going to copy that and I'm going to fill it into my population field. And I also want to cite that I got it from this source. So with my cursor right there at the end of that information, I click Cite. It puts that little 1 to show that this information came from this source. So we're teaching students to be really responsible. We're talking about plagiarism issues and giving credit where credit is due and finding good sources compared to bad sources. So lots of great things built into that. My students can work collaboratively to fill in all of this information. We could also do this exact sort of thing in a Google slideshow instead. So maybe I create this template with the slides pre-built for the students of what information they have to have in there. I go to the research tool and I change it to images, and then they can search for images that they want to put on the slides or facts just like we did before. If I search for images, I can click on the drop down. Get that off of there. I can click on the drop down and filter by free to use, just like he showed you other video. And then when I find a picture I want to use, it's a simple drag and drop, and then I can make it fit my screen. The great thing is it automatically links it to the source. So again, we're giving credit where credit is due. Okay, so we could do that as a presentation. But here's the great part. This takes what could have been a week, maybe even longer, of classroom research in the past, and it shrinks it down to gathering that information in a much more efficient way so that we can get to something far more authentic, like Mystery Skype. You guys have heard me talk about this before. I'm a big fan. So we did all this collecting of information. Maybe the students shared their research with the class. We're building a knowledge base so that we can do something that's not only a lot of fun, but also is just going to expand our knowledge far more. Let us apply what we've just learned. Let us use some critical thinking skills. So we sign up for Mystery Skype. Our classroom gets connected with another classroom somewhere in the world, and we have to figure out where they are. But we've just done all this research, and so we know different languages and cultures and religions and climates that we can use that information to help us win this Mystery Skype game. So that's a great example of taking a classic assignment and bringing it into the 21st century. I'd love to hear your ideas or to answer any of your questions. Please feel free to contact me.